For more than 2 centuries, one family name has been surrounded by whispers of wealth, secrecy, and unimaginable influence. Some say they built modern banking. Others claim they control the world. But what's the truth? Today, we're uncovering the real story of the Rothschild family, from humble beginnings to global finance legends and the myths that followed them. Our story begins in the late 1700s, in the Jewish ghetto of Frankfurt, Germany. A man named Mayer Amschel Rothschild started a small coin dealing and banking business. Mayer was brilliant, strategic, and ahead of his time. He believed in building a network, not just a bank. So he sent each of his 5 sons to different cities across Europe. Amschel stayed in Frankfurt, Salomon went to Vienna, Nathan to London, Carl to Naples, and James to Paris. Together, they created one of the first international banking networks, able to move money, gold, and information faster than governments could. By the early 1800s, the Rothschilds were financing kings, building railroads, and investing in industries that shaped modern Europe. The Rothschilds' rise to fame truly began during the Napoleonic Wars. While Europe was at war, Nathan Rothschild in London became a master at transferring funds to Britain's allies, safely and efficiently. After Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo in 1815, the Rothschild name exploded into legend. Some claim Nathan had used insider knowledge of the battle to make a fortune on the stock market. The truth? There's little evidence he manipulated markets, but the story stuck. It symbolized what people saw in the Rothschilds: mysterious power, deep connections, and an ability to stay one step ahead. Throughout the 19th century, the Rothschilds helped finance some of the biggest projects in history: the Suez Canal, European railways, and national loans that stabilized entire countries. They were trusted bankers for emperors and governments alike. Their fortune was real, massive, but not limitless. By the mid-1800s, they were among the wealthiest families in the world. Their success wasn't just about money. It was about timing, communication, and trust. They operated when banks didn't yet have telegraphs or secure networks. The Rothschilds were the network, but with great wealth came suspicion. In the 19th century, antisemitic conspiracy theories began spreading across Europe, linking Jewish families like the Rothschilds to ideas of global control. These stories claimed the Rothschilds secretly owned central banks, manipulated wars, and controlled governments, ideas that had no factual evidence but played into fear and prejudice. Unfortunately, those myths persisted for generations and still circulate online today. They've been debunked repeatedly by historians, but the legend of the family that controls the world refuses to die. Today, the Rothschilds are still active in finance, but not as the all-powerful dynasty they once were. Their businesses are divided among many branches of the family. They run investment firms like Rothschild & Company, which advises governments and corporations, but they're far from dominating global finance. In fact, compared to trillion-dollar giants like BlackRock, Vanguard, or major sovereign funds, the Rothschild fortune is relatively modest. What remains is their legacy, a symbol of how financial power, secrecy, and success can turn into myth. So why do people still believe the Rothschilds control the world? Because it's easier to imagine a single powerful family behind the scenes than to understand the complexity of global finance. The truth is, the world's economy is shaped by systems, not single families. Banks, corporations, governments, and markets are interconnected in ways no one person can control. But the Rothschild story, part truth, part legend, endures because it captures something universal: our fascination with power, secrecy, and wealth. The Rothschilds changed history, not through secret control, but through innovation, strategy, and timing. They remind us that money can move the world, but myths can move minds.